Welcome back. Today we're gonna make some tomato gravy. I done got some of my stuff going because I have a hungry husband and hungry grandkids here, so we're gonna get things rolling. Okay, here I have in my iron skillet, and I would tell anybody, use an iron skillet for this. Put your bacon in there, and I had about maybe a third of a cup of bacon diced up, and I had a whole onion in there. So we're just gonna let that simmer up and let my bacon get crispy. And you know, from that bacon, it'll make a little grease on that bottom, so hey, that's what we want, is that flavor. So as soon as this gets nice and fried up and sauteed down, we're gonna add our flour to that. So that being said, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, this has done got simmered on down here. So we're gonna turn up our fire just a little bit. That looks really good. Okay, let's add in that flour now. Here it goes. We want to get it all mixed together here. I wouldn't put the whole cup at the same time, but you want to turn that stuff and turn it and turn it. Well, you got my drift. You got to turn it till she turns brown. Mix it all in there together. See, this iron skillet really helps the heat hold in on that flour, and it turns faster. It's going to be really good. And of course, you put your salt and your pepper in it too, the way you want it. But I always put my salt in there after I put my tomatoes in there, because you know they're not salted. So you just keep on adding your flour. I'm just going to dump it on in there because I know what it's going to do. It's going to turn brown. We don't want it to turn real high. I'd say put it on about medium, because we don't want to burn all that good stuff in there. Okay, while that's doing us a little browning, we are going to cook some rutabagas. This is rutabagas. This is what it looks like before it's peeled. Which mine's had a little wear, so it's getting a little time to cook it too. And I put me a whole onion into my rutabagas also. So we're going to eat those tonight too. It's really good. The rutabaga comes from the turnip family, and it's just really, really good. Got a lot of vitamins in it, and we enjoy eating them. So I'm going to get them going also. So let me get some water and some salt in there. Hey, you can even put you a piece of that ham in there if you want to too, to give it some extra flavor. You can do anything you want to stuff like that, you know, to give it flavor. Let's just throw us a couple of hunks of that ham in there. There you go. And then we're going to put us some salt and pepper in there and get it boiling and let it boil for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to have it ready to go. So let me take this little break and get me some water in here, and we're going to get that pan going. So I'll be right back. I don't know what happened to that focus. Okay, y'all. Y'all see how it's getting that brown color? Look at there. Okay. This is something you don't want to try to cook fast or brown fast. This is something you just want to take time and make sure. Got my finger over the lens, don't I? Make sure it's the color brown that you want it to turn out to be. See there? It gets darker on that skillet, that iron cast skillet. So you just keep turning it. We got them rutabagas fixing to boil on up. Those are going to be yummy. Remember, a little bit of an onion, salt and pepper, put you some ham. Hey, you can even put you some bacon in there if you want to. Or any kind of salt meat will work too. But we're going to get this going a little bit longer. Then we're going to add a little water to it. And I'm going to admit, I didn't have time today. So Miss Mary B's is going to be my biscuit today. Because I didn't have time after being in town all day to make biscuits also. So I will throw them in my freezer at times. so I can just pop them in my oven. But they just as good, honey. They good. So I'm about to get my consistency of color that I want on my gravy, on my flour. Okay. That's my grandchild coming in. Okay, and when you put your little bit of water in there, don't put it all in there. That's 2 cups there. There they go, see there? Get you about half of it, get your whisk, and get it going. You're going to have to constantly add a little bit of water. And don't forget you got your tomatoes you got going in there too. Turn it down a little bit, your fire. Put you some more water in there. I promise you, it doesn't look appetizing right now, but once you get it going, yes ma'am. Now I'm going to add my my quart of my tomatoes. And we're going to mix it in. You always go back and you can add you some water in there to thin it out too. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. But you're talking about good. It's good. Whoops, spilling it. You just want to make sure you got it all integrated together. Hey, everybody's not the same. Some like their gravy thicker than others. Let me get some more water now. Okay, I'm going to add me a little more water. Turn my fire back up a little bit. And you got to really stir this stuff to make sure your clumps, and I'm just making a mess all over the place. Stir it, get it all gathered together. Make sure your clumps is gone. Because it is well worth the wait, I promise. Clean up after myself. Like I said, this is not a fast process. It's anybody that's cooked tomato gravy before knows. It's not one of those quickies. And I mean literally a quickie on this food. So, it ain't like something you're going to stick in that microwave and say, oh, it's done. No, ma'am, it don't work like that. So we're going to turn on the oven and get it ready for them little Mary Bees. And you just keep on whispering, or you got a spoon, you can stir it at this point, but I would say do a whisk because, like I said, it will beat the any kind of clumps of flour that will gather up together. You want to break that family up right there. That's funny saying it like that, but that's craziness, ain't it? Trying to make gravy and talk crazy like that. But anyway, I'm sure I'm going to be adding me some more water to that. Yeah, it's looking good. Yes, ma'am. Rutabagas are starting to cook over here. Add me a little more. Remember, you add your salt and pepper and whatever other spices you like. I don't like to add too many different spices because I want to taste those tomatoes and the onions, the bacon. Yeah, I'm like a salt and pepper person when it comes to adding it there. So, a lot of time I won't even measure stuff like salt because I know, I guess from doing it for so many years, I just do it. And you just stir that on up. Stir it on up. Let me put this phone down, put these biscuits in that oven. Okay. Yeah, buddy, she's a boiling. And use a lid, y'all. It'll cook faster if you put your lid in there. Now, we're going to put our bacon in there, y'all. And my hands are always clean. I'm a soap maker, so my hand stays clean. You can just imagine. So at this point, I'm going to add my ham. I got the bacon there. Let's add our ham now. Let us cook into that. What are y'all talking about? People from the South thoroughly believe in this recipe and this dish. Yes, ma'am, they do. So we're just gonna incorporate that ham, and we're gonna let this simmer, because really that's about as thick as I want mine, or thin as I want mine. Yes, sir. I can't wait to eat this. The smell. I wish y'all could smell that through this phone. Okay. Gonna take another pause here, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. We're gonna see how this tomato gravy tastes. It's cooked. Simmer down, and it's ready to go on a plate with some biscuits. Let's give her a taste before Mr. J comes in here and digs in this pan. Y'all, that's good. I gotta say, that's good. That is real good. So, that being said, let's get us some of these Mary B biscuits. And we're going to put them on a plate over here. You can half them biscuits in half, or you can just put it on there as that. Either way, you're going to eat it all, because it's really, really good. Yeah, make sure you get that ham on there. Look at that. Y'all look at there. Oh my gosh. Now you call that what you want to, but we down here in the South call that good eating. I'm not kidding you. That is good eating. So, and our rutabagas is done also. We're just going to cut them off. And y'all, that's how you make Southern tomato gravy with ham. And it is absolutely delicious. Okay, y'all. You guys keep canning and keep eating good.